Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In a tense exchange on BBC's Sunday with Laura Kuenssberg, Chancellor Rachel Reeves found herself under intense scrutiny over her first Labour budget. The session, which focused on a controversial rise in national insurance for employers, saw Reeves defending the decision in the face of probing questions from the seasoned journalist. The conversation quickly grew heated as Kuenssberg pressed Reeves on the potential impacts of the policy on businesses and workers alike. Kuenssberg began by honing in on the specifics of the national insurance hike set to take effect in April. The rise will increase employer contributions by 1.2 percentage points, bringing the rate from 13.8% to 15% on salaries above £5,000. As opposed to the current threshold of £9,100. Employers already facing increased costs have voiced concerns, with many questioning the rationale behind the rise. Kuenssberg didn't hold back, directly asking Reeves if she would reconsider the hike given the pushback. In response, Reeves remained steadfast, though visibly agitated. "I'm not immune to their criticism," she acknowledged, "but we've got to raise the money to put our public finances on a firm footing." She framed the policy as essential for stabilizing the economy and funding public services, though she admitted the criticism was expected. Reeves appeared to be walking a fine line, attempting to reassure viewers of her commitment to fiscal responsibility while sidestepping the growing frustration from business leaders. Kuenssberg, however, wasn't about to let the conversation end there. She pivoted, noting that many viewers felt not just disappointed by the tax hike, but by how Reeves had handled the issue. Kuenssberg played a clip from May in which Reeves had assured voters, "We will certainly not be increasing income tax or national insurance if we win the election." Watching herself make such a strong statement appeared to unsettle Reeves, and she quickly sought to clarify her stance. "We were clear in our manifesto," Reeves argued, leaning forward defensively. "We said we would not increase key taxes that working people pay." However, Kuenssberg, undeterred, interrupted sharply, questioning her wording and suggesting that the manifesto included a vague caveat hidden further down the document. "I'm sorry, Chancellor, but on this point, some of our viewers feel very strongly that they were misled," she stated firmly. This challenge visibly rattled Reeves, who shifted in her seat and interjected to defend her integrity. No, it was before the commitment in the manifesto," she insisted. Her attempt to explain only seemed to raise more questions, and Kuenssberg continued to probe, emphasizing the real-world consequences of the new budget policies. The change will see millions of workers indirectly affected by the NI hike, despite Reeves' claim that working people were shielded from direct tax increases. As the exchange continued, Reeves tried to pivot the discussion back to her overall goals for economic stability. Yet Kuenssberg didn't let up, bringing up another point of contention: the Treasury's decision to reduce the secondary threshold for employer NI from £9,100 to £5,000, a significant reduction of nearly 45%. This adjustment, Kuenssberg pointed out, could indirectly affect millions of workers, contrary to Reeves' repeated assertions that working people would be left untouched by tax hikes. The interview grew increasingly tense, as Kuenssberg referenced a forecast by the Office for Budget Responsibility, which projects that real household disposable income will fall by £300 on average due to the budget. This decrease, set to impact families across the UK, paints a troubling picture, with real wages potentially being even lower by 2030. Despite her attempts to steer the conversation back to broader goals, Reeves struggled to dispel the concerns raised by Kuenssberg. By the end of the interview, it was clear that the Chancellor's first Labour budget had ignited serious questions about the Labour government's economic policies and their implications for households and businesses. Reeves left the interview visibly unsettled, but remained committed to her decisions, stating that she believed the budget was crucial for the nation's economic recovery. In the days following the interview, public response has been mixed. Some view the NI hike as a necessary step to rebuild public finances, while others feel disillusioned, particularly in light of Reeves' previous statements. The clash with Kuenssberg underscored the difficult position Reeves now faces, balancing the need for revenue with the public's trust and the rising cost of living. The interview may have left viewers with more questions than answers, highlighting the complexity of economic decision-making in today's climate.